In my life, I've led 3 mega projects. Project 1 took 72 hours and 100 people. Project 2 went for 48 hours, 126 people. Project 3, 24 hours, 165 community members. 1 build. The next one could turn out as the coolest one yet, or I'll reach my limit. I don't know yet.
Stability is questionable.
Could we buy more server? But also if 200 people don't show up, and it's all on you.
But I'm ready for the next one, and I'm gonna need you to help me do it. The bakery collab events I've hosted are really about one thing. Friendship. Okay, they're about more than friendship, but basically the goals of these collab events have been to bring in more people along with as much of our community as we possibly can, make a crazy build with as many ideas going on at once as possible, do all of that in an unreasonable time limit, and work together friendship style. And that's where you come in. Let's be real for a second. It'd be pretty dope if there were like a couple hundred of me, but there aren't, it's just me. So to truly one-up myself, I'm gonna enlist 200 of you guys along with all of the bakery community to help in making the bakery's biggest project ever. So here's how it's worked in the past. I've been around the building community for a while, and I know some good builders, okay? And they're my friends, so you know, it's kinda... I choose about 10 of them to gather together teams of people and assign each team a building area. For this project, we're definitely gonna need more than 10 teams, but you know, we'll figure that out. I tell every single person, build whatever you want. Some people go it solo, some of the teams coordinate ideas. You know, people just kind of do whatever. Honestly, my control over the whole thing is very limited, and that's part of the fun. In a total of just 6 days across the last 3 events that we've done, we built everything from 2D and 3D fish, a tank made of leaves, IKEA flowers, mushrooms. I don't really know what this thing is. Hologram fish, cyberpunk, solarpunk, steampunk, candy fish, and an endless supply of buildings on top of buildings. The chaos is where these events thrive. A little bit of history on these 3. I originally wanted to do a big collab event because I was super inspired by Minecraft Builders Community Japan's event, Ihou Kenchiku, which translates to illegal architecture. Their post on Planet Minecraft about the project was 5 years ago on January 16th, 2020, although I didn't find out about it until a little after I started doing Minecraft content in late 2021. As soon as I saw the build, I knew I wanted to do something similar with my friends, and I started work on what's now the Bakery Hub. The main difference with what we made versus what MBCJ made was that we had 1/5 the amount of people, just 30 Minecraft builders, but on a build that was almost twice the size. This meant that our version was scaled up massively and way less detailed because each one of the people that made this had a much larger area to fill up. I personally made a safe estimate of 50% of the Bakery Hub because in hindsight, I bit off way more than realistically doable for our group of 30. The illegal architecture project was limited to 72 hours and had 145 builders, but the hub didn't have a time limit, and I ended up letting myself work on it for 5 months.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the...
Finally finishing the build in March of 2023. I almost quit doing content because of this build, actually, because of just how burnt out I was. Obviously, I did something very wrong, and I needed quite a long time to recover. It wouldn't be until almost a year later when I was ready to try it again. Taking what I learned from the hub build, I realized I needed to set a limit of 72 hours. I needed way more people and a much more simple plan. Rather than having a vision for the build, I needed to be okay to just let it be in the hands of everybody else. We started with a simple platform and built upwards. I don't have much footage from the event, but I can say that the project itself was far more enjoyable. The 48-hour event came a couple months later due to the influx of requests for me to host another event. And with the event came a new way to organize it too. For the first time, I appointed people to run teams during the event so that I wasn't the only person in charge. I think our community generally remembers this one as the best of the three. After the 72-hour, a lot of smaller friend groups within the bakery started appearing, and many people I've talked to credit the 72-hour build for starting them. The 48-hour came at a time when everybody in the community knew everybody, and I don't think there was a time in bakery history where I had a greater sense of connectedness. Is that a word? It is a word! The 24-hour event was in December of 2024, right in the middle of a bunch of other events we had going on. I figured out that maybe 24 hours isn't enough time. I think the sweet spot is 48 to 72 hours. Don't get me wrong, the project was insane, but one day to start and finish one of these things is a little intense. But it did mean that in 6 days, this is what our community was capable of doing. Inside are hundreds of stories and solved problems. All right, before I explain how you can participate in this upcoming event, I want to take a second to shout out my 5 favorite contributions from the past collab events. Picking just 5 is nearly impossible because there's like 400 of them, but these ones stuck with me, either for the creativity, the surprise factor, or just how hard they went in a single weekend. Number 5, the 72-hour collab credits room by Endless Candy and Few. Beautiful, functional, kind of put me on to what the highs of doing these could look like. We got mushrooms, we got flowers, we got curves, and when you walk inside, it is just so satisfying to see all of the names of the people that participated in the first one of these. Number 4 on the 48-hour collab, Kian and Sum's Art Deco Skyscraper. Not only does it stand out from the crowd, the way it confidently sits atop the surrounding buildings makes it just look that much more impressive. Art Deco isn't really a style that you see very often in Minecraft, so props to these guys for coming up with the idea and implementing it so well. All right, number 3, from the 24-hour collab, Zeki's Demon Build. I mentioned layering glass in my last video to mix color, but Zeki's kind of takes it a step way too far with 18 layers of shaping blocks. We're talking fences, candles, grindstones, glass, torches, fence gates, slabs, stairs, trapdoors, whatchamahoozies, gizmos. We're using buttons to get 2 pixels of depth. I don't even know how do you do this? It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm never gonna be able to do this. It's not fair. Number 2, also on the 24-hour collab, Pink Team's Candyland section. I mean, talk about team coordination. Shout out to Pink Team. I have fake beef with some of the people on that team, so I can't really be talking that positively about them because like most of them are mean to me. So I love Pink Team's build except for the parts that Zarani, Courage, and Jaliki made. Those parts aren't as good as the other ones. All right, and my number 1 absolute favorite from all our collab events, the 48-hour light gray team. Let me tell you guys this roster really quick. We had Kret, Endless Candy, Few, Dancing Lamp, Goose, Feather, B-Dubs, Easafrody, Zers, Rococo Grace, and Rat. Am I incredibly biased? Yeah, I could make a whole video about Light Gray Team. Hands down, the most fun I've ever had building in Minecraft. Not only did we have 12 of the most talented builders on the planet, we did all this in 48 consecutive hours. Desaturated on the bottom, colorful up high, Light Gray Team on top. I will remember building with this group for the rest of my life. It was the first time I had talked in a VC with Goose, Feather, B-Dubs, Candy, Lamp, Zers, or Rat, but we truly walked out of that collab as friends. And that's what makes these events so special. It's not only that what we get out of these projects is a build that we're gonna remember for the rest of our lives, it's that we meet new people and form friendships and bonds that stick, and I want to share that with you guys.
Talking about?
Yeah. We're gonna destroy these guys.
Yeah, what
What was that?
Yeah, how did you just crawl through the glass?
Crawl through the glass? What the fart?
Here I am, souped.
Me and Feather souped you. How did you get out of there? What was
He's
that?
phasing through blocks. Look at him.
You
fly.
can't touch me. Horse.
He's a horse.
We're naming a horse.
It's his little speech bubble.
We're building the horse.
Yeah, this is organics, right?
We're
Is this
done with the
organic?
horse. This was an absolutely amazing experience. I had a lot of new friends. I learned a ton. I'm really happy that I was a part of this. This was really, really an awesome experience. So thank you guys.
Okay, couple things that you might be wondering. Is that actually the whole plan? Yes. The most important part of these things is communication. As the event goes on, people are going to start seeing their builds for the first time. The hardest part is connecting two builds together. And if we don't get past that, then we don't actually have a cohesive piece. And the only way to get past that is to communicate with each other. So if you're participating, you're going to hear me say that again. Who is going to be there? In simplest terms, if you know someone associated with the bakery, they're probably going to be there. If I see any names from the building community in the comments or reaching out to me privately, I will make sure to hit you up and get you on board. This whole event is about community, and not just the bakery community, but the entire building community as a whole. So I'm super excited to work with as many people as I possibly can on this. Okay, the big one. All of that stuff is cool, whatever. How do I join? There are a lot of you guys. And while I wish I could open the floodgates to everybody, that's not a good idea. I can't do that. So in the description, I've put a Google form with 5 questions in order of importance to help me handpick 200 of my favorite applicants. Question number 5, and this is question number 5 because it is the least important. On a scale of 1 to 5, how experienced are you with the Minecraft building community? Question number 4, show me a build. I want to see something that you've built. I guess that's not really a question. I want to see what you got, plain and simple. Upload a picture of a build that you made with some blocks in front of it that says your name so that I know you actually made it. Question number 3, playtime on the bakery server. I do want as many bakery regulars to be there as possible, but also previous playtime is an indicator that you're trustworthy. If you already spend time here, you probably want to stay here, but playtime isn't the end all be all. Even if you've never logged in before, you can still get in. Minecraft username. If you have a super baller name, like if you're named Barry420 No Scope, then you're in. No questions asked. But also, this has to be your real IGN. Number 1, tell me about yourself. I want to know who you are. How did you get here? Why do you want to participate? Do you have any ideas for what you would make in the event? I want you to make me excited about you. That's the plan. Massive collab, way too little time. Go fill out the form, tell your builder friends. This is either going to be legendary or I'm going to lose my mind. Twitch.tv/Snarple to watch it live. Discord.gg/bakerybuilders to stay updated with this event. Let's find out. I will see you there.